Hey, welcome and welcome back. This is going to be our last video in this series, and today we're going to be talking about marketing research information. As we talked about before, good marketing data is kind of hard to come by. So if I want really good data on a very narrow topic or on an expensive product like computer software and so forth, and I don't want to do the market research myself, I'm going to pay some money for it. So remember in an earlier video we looked at something called IDC, and one of the things that IDC did, it did technology marketing reports, and then large companies or small companies with lots of money could go in and buy those reports and use them to be able to find that data. So what we wanted to do for you is we wanted to be able to provide you a big collection of market research. So you could use it for this class, you can use it for other classes, you can do it when you're working on projects and so forth. So again, I'm just going to show one really simple thing, and then we're going to be done with this. So I'm on the library homepage again, highpoint.edu/library. I do this off of this page because it's proprietary content. In other words, not everyone in the world has access to it, only you do as a student. And if I'm coming into this page from off campus, it's going to query you for your username and password. I do that from off campus all the time, and being online in the spring, maybe you did that as well. Okay, so what we want to take a look at today is we want to take a look at something called Statista. So I'm on the home page, and again, I can go into databases A to Z, I can go into view all, I can go into the guides page and pull the business and marketing page, or Statista is actually sitting right here. So I'm going to click into Statista. Statista is a German company, and what they do is, if you've seen Trivago, right, where it goes and it searches all these other hotel reservation websites and brings them onto one platform, that's very similar to what Statista does. So Statista goes out and it grabs market data off the web and then puts it in place on this page so I can go in and do searches. And it's fascinating. It's very visual. It tells you where it gets its data from. It does some of its own research, and I can limit to where I want to go and look. One of the things that I really like about it is it's international. So I'm going to see numbers for Germany and numbers for the UK. I'm going to see numbers for the United States, China, whatever. But I'm going to see that really broad range of information. Now guys, it will do some simple stuff too. It'll do companies. So I'm going to go in and do Boeing and just do a search. Okay, so I'm on this screen, and you'll notice over here on the left hand side I can go in and look at just statistics. These are one-pagers. I can also go down and look at these. These are called dossiers. Notice there's just a couple of them, and the reason that's true is because these reports are very long. So here's Airbus and Boeing. Here's a new industry area, actually drones, which is quite fascinating to look at. But for today, I'm just going to go in and look at statistics. So keep in mind, if you'd like that larger piece, you can actually go in and do that. So can you think about some other terms that I could have searched other than Boeing if I was interested in the aircraft industry? Sure, right. I could have searched airlines. I could have searched aircraft. I could have searched, right, any of those other sort of industry terms. So this has all to do with what Boeing's doing and so forth. These are real simple. When I find one that I'm really interested in taking a look at, I'm going to go in and look at Boeing aircraft deliveries worldwide by customers. This is for 2019. I can see these big, long statistical data. And then down the side here, I can actually see who's Boeing is selling airplanes to. Right? FedEx bought a huge number. China Airlines did. Delta, Qatar, United Airlines, and so forth. And I can expand these statistics to take a look at it. If I want to, one of the fun things about Statista is I can change a chart. So if I was interested in all this, but I was just interested in the 737, I could actually go in and close these off and have a chart that just shows the 737. Or I could do the 737 in comparison to the 787 or the 7C, right? You know what's going on, right? So it's a way to go in and look at that. Down at the bottom, I can see some notes and so forth about Boeing. And then I can go in and look at this. Now, I want you to look at something. So I'm on this page, I've done this search and so forth. Anytime I want, I can scoot down to the bottom and it says, hey, is there something else here you'd like to take a look at? So here's aviation. And it actually just pops you into other charts and so forth. So where are the aircraft fleets in the world? So forth. I can go in and take a look at those and see those charts. and then it actually tells you up to the year 2038 and so forth. So I can see where the growth is. So guys, if I'm doing an internship and I'm working for a company that does, say, aircraft, say Honda Jet, I'd have access to all of this when I'm out at that internship. And I could actually stop and go, yeah, I mean, look that up for you real quick. Let's take a look at the projection of aircraft purchases through the year of 2038. Okay, so it's a quick and easy way. I'm going to go in and do another one. One of the ones that we did a minute ago, right? One of the ones that we did in the other videos was Becton Dickinson. Right, this was the surgical manufacturers, but I could have done others. I could have done Pfizer, I could have done Johnson & Johnson, and so forth. And I can go in and take a look at this. Now, a lot of this comes because Becton Dickinson is a public company, right? So it's going to be able to go in and grab that kind of data that's out there. But as I scoot down the screen, I can take a look and get some really nice graphics to see the growth rate and something like their sales revenue and such. Again, though, but I can click down the screen and see what I get. Medical technology, average price of an MRI, medical technology, total revenue through 2020. And then down the screen a little bit, it tells you where that data all comes from and has a little narrative to go with it. So it's great fun to be able to go in and play with those pieces. I can also put in really broad topics here if I want to. So I can go in and do social media. So I'm going to do Facebook. Facebook usage in the United States. Guys, this is a dossier, so this is going to be about 24 pages of just data about Facebook usage in the United States. How about user share by gender? This is always a fun one to do. Right, and I didn't expect that. I really thought Facebook would be a little bit of an older crowd thing here, but the 25 by 34, so all those millennials that grew up on Facebook are actually still using it heavily. And again, I can go in and change those numbers if I want to. Down at the bottom, I can go in and see other things that they're talking about and asking me to look at. So social media and user. Now over here on the side, PDF, Excel, a screen image, and then PowerPoint if I'd like to. So I can go in and grab these. And guys, do be careful. Remember, when you get this, you need to tell where you get your number data from and so forth. So make certain that you go in and actually cite this. At the end of the business guide, there is a section for citing, and I've left that in there for you guys to go in and actually play with it. There is some other interesting pieces on here, and I'll let you go in and play with some of this. So I can actually just go in and type in a topic, some medical technology. Keep the searches simple. You'll get more stuff. You can always move through it. So, right. US and European models and so forth. There's my location too, so if I want to change it to Finland or Denmark or China, I can do that. Top US companies based on revenue and medical technology. Medtronic, Johnson & Johnson, General Electric Health, Cardinal Health, Stryker, and so forth, Abbott Laboratories, and that's another way that I can go in and get company names. Again, down at the bottom, I can actually go in and see other stuff. So here's the pharmaceutical companies. Right, so if I just play on those pages a little bit, I get a lot more of that kind of content. Last thing before we get out of here is, remember up here at the top, there are sections on reports. There's digital trends, industry trends, consumer marketing. So here's wind power in the United States, ebooks in the United States, big market, guys. Smartphones. I can go in and take a look at industries, consumers, digital trends. I can go in and pick up any of those pieces I would like to. And I get these in PowerPoints or in statistics and dossier reports. Outlooks, consumer market, digital market. Let's go in and take a look at consumer market. And then I can go in and actually pick an area to go in and take a look at. All right, so let's go in and actually take a look at hot drinks. We all go into Starbucks. Yes, I can change it if I want to, thank you. I can download this report. It tells me about the revenue. So as I scoot down the screen, I want you to be thinking, so how is this industry doing? Right, it's doing pretty well. I can see the increases and so forth to go along with it. It's a real steady industry group, but it still shows that even through the year 2025, it's going to grow. Notice that 2020 right here is down. There's a good reason. We all know what it is. I'm not going to mention it. Right? But these outlook reports are just really, really fun to go in and do. Do keep in mind that as I look at this, I can actually go into some of these that are a little bit stronger growth. One that I do a lot is going to be smart home, right? So I can go to Home Depot right now. I can buy a light bulb and I can turn it on and off with my smart device. So this is going to be huge growth area. So take a look at this one. Small, and then it's huge over here on this side. The growth is incredibly fast. So where's this growth actually happening? Well, it tells you that too. So the ones are exactly what you expect: the United States and China. So Europe is there, but it's not as strong a growth as it is for some of these other larger economies. Okay, and then it gives you those number data to go with it. Everybody good? So the great thing about Statista, and you can do anything you would like here, guys. You really, truly, you can go in and take a look at any piece you want and take a look at any of the collected data to go along with that. So it makes it quick and easy. Just think how you can use this in your other business classes. It's just remarkable. Remember to cite your data. Right, so this is one of the other places, and as you'll remember, the other place that we went and looked for this kind of information was in Business Insight. Right, so by looking up a company, I could go in and actually look up the industry. So that was Business Insight. And it has all those industry reports also. So here was company, and here's industry. So I could enter a NAICS code, right, if I know that, or I could actually go in and take a look at surgical and medical instrument manufacturers, search, and then I can find those just really nice industry reports. Open those up and take a quick read. You guys have been great. There's a little essay, there's a little exam at the end that you can play through it. I'll look more of the worksheet. So you can try out some of these pieces. Do let us know if you need some help, and I've really enjoyed being with you. Take care.